Okay, I've just looked at Celluloid for March. I didn't notice this side of my head looked flipping awful until I just checked the footage back. So now I'm just going to have a look, because I may have been wandering around for the last 2 weeks with a stupid haircut. Dare I look? Dare I look? Dare I look? Do I want to know? Please tell me it looks better than it did. Please? Pretty pleased with a bow on top? Preferably an archery bow. Giants? Giants? Giants, we've got a time traveller in the hall. Giants? Well, I've gone away for a bit. Need to sort some stuff out in my head. Don't forget to water the PhD. James. You little... So James's bright idea, in the name of market research, was to read a load of LGBT books. Thought I'd have a look at this one, which I think James picked it up from Morrison's. Simon's Homo Sapien Agenda. And dear fucking God, this is awful. I mean, I'm 80 pages in and I don't know who the main character is. I don't know anything about him other than the fact that he's gay. That's all. That's it. Just gay. I mean, gay is not a personality trait, is it? But that's all his character is. He's just gay, and that's it. It's also really, really, really badly written. I mean, at one point, there's this guy, Blue, who's communicating through email, and he says, oh no, I'm not going to that party, I've got to stay at home. So, when I've got no personality except being gay, Simon goes to the party. He then sees this other guy there and says, oh yeah, I bet that's Blue, even though he just said he wasn't going. And then a few pages later it's like, oh yeah, I wasn't at that party. And yet he still thinks Blue is this other guy. It absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. And you wonder how a book like this can be published. You wonder why the publishers didn't say, fuck off, bitch. This is a load of crap. I mean, if this can get published, there's hope for James, so... I might just watch the film, it's probably easier. Okay. I just tried watching the film of Simon's Homo Sapien Agenda. I got 15 minutes in and turned it off. That's how bad it was. Now let's never speak of it again. It's also really, really predictable. I mean, I already think I know who this Blue guy is. It's Papa Smurf. Or at least that's what's his name, Simon's going to be calling him when they start fucking at the end. So since James left me towards the PhD, I've just signed him up to a conference, made him deliver a paper, don't know if he's going to get that yet. I've also signed him up to a cross-university study group, just because. I mean, this is what he gets for leaving me in charge. And now I need to go and get a bookcase for all these market research books, because there ain't enough room in here, even though it's blinking massive. I mean, that shelf there, that's useless for books. Books. Sorry, I've been having to impersonate James. It's playing havoc with the voice. So, I couldn't find a bookcase in the end. The shop I looked in, they had loads of potential bookcases, but none of them were priced. And, well, if you have to ask the price, well, you probably can't afford it. So instead I bought £20 worth of books on James's card, because I thought, you know, I can't find him a bookcase, so I might as well buy him some books instead. So some of these are for research. So I got this one, The Knife of Never Let Me Go by Patrick Loch Ness, which is it's a sort of modern gothic type thing that he's working on. So it's about a town where everyone can hear each other's thoughts, so it's a sort of on a similarly weird level, so I thought that'd be really good. It's got these nice black edged pages as well, which I think are really nice. They're dead expensive though to produce, so not sure ours will have that, but you never know. I got Call Me By Some Other Name by Timothy Chalamet. This is basically about two dudes having an affair, so kind of similar theme again. I think I have seen the film of this. It wasn't bad, so yeah, we got that. And then we've got some couple of gothic books as well, just to keep things on the gothic front. We've got some of the tales of Edgar Allan Poe. It's got things like Murder in the Rue Morgue, Mask of Red Death, Pit and the Pendulum. Pretty cool. I also got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, which is about duality, and it's gothic as well, so hopefully this will be useful to James. Hopefully. If not, it's a nice book. I also got him just a few general books, just to say, sorry I spent £20 on books on your card. I got Terry Pratchett, Carpe Jugular. I think he was going to move on to the Death books next. He hadn't finished The Witches, so I thought, be nice, get him this. That was in the same shop that sold the bookcases, actually, and I saw it and thought, they had all these Terry Pratchett books, and I know he's been looking for second-hand ones for ages, so I thought I'd get him one. And then I got him a couple of Bill Bryson's that he hasn't read as well. The Thunderbolt of the Life and Times Kid, and Wood in the Walks. But what did I think in the end of Simon's Homo Sapien agenda? I finished it, I got through it, which is something. It's not completely terrible, and I did get invested in it towards the end. But, you know, I don't think it's a good book. I was wrong about who Papa Smurf was. But, you know, it kept me interested. Kept me entertained for a weekend. Right, what's next? I've no idea. I could start on Call Me by some other name, I suppose. Another of the research books has just arrived. Sorry, let's start that again. Another of the research books has just arrived. This one is coming with a lot of shit inside it, and it's Two Boys Having a Snog by David Levithan. Okay. I think this is about two boys having a snog in a kissing competition, from what it said on Amazon. Of course, James disappeared, so I'm the one having to read all these. Let's sort out what is this? Oriental Rugs of Bath. Rugs, Killiams, Furnishings, Restoration. It's from the same place I got the book from. Oh, they're offering a 30% discount. So, I've just been looking at some Goodreads reviews, right? And there's one here where the author of the book, the author, mind you, has rated her own book 5 stars. That's not alright. That's so not alright. One, reviewing your own book anyway. Wow, that's incestuous. Number 2, 5 stars? Really? You're just trying to make it look better than it is. You can't objectively review your own book. It's fucking stupid. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to believe that James is actually the best author on the planet. Living author, I should say. And you know what? It's probably true. Just looking at all these. I found a time traveller. Watering James's PhD, right, looking at this book, Llandudno, Queen of the Welsh Resorts, by I've Got a Win Jones. Right, look at this picture, right? Here is a kid wearing what is visibly trainers. White footwear, unusual in 1910, right? It's showing the first aircraft to land in Wales. 1910, white footwear. Don't think it was that common. And I think those are trainers. At the back here, we've also got a man wearing what looks to be a fedora. The fedora wasn't popular until, they were around in 1910, but they weren't popular until the 1920s. Alright, it could be a Homburg, but I think that's more a fedora than a Homburg. Time travel. It's real. This photo proves it. Mind you, so does the time traveller we've got in the hall, who has, well, he's yet to materialise properly. And I'm starting to get the feeling he's stuck in the time vortex, if it is a he. I need James's advice on this. James knows the stuff about time travel. But this photo here proves it. It's real. I might go for a walk.
I think it's like construction for a house down there.
Oh, good. Excellent. It's the house that has all the rocks around it, like,
Ah,
yeah, perfect for a shoot. Yes, I tell you, when recording in the high street, I paid a busker to stop playing. Okay.
Oh, not bastard. Well, last one, there seems to be a mountain of something.
yeah, like, you know, and it's kind of a metaphor because it's like
You're unraveling Sinclair's character, you know.
Yeah.
But really, it's just funny to have increasing amount of orange pills.
he's gonna be laughing through the next 4 takes.
Oh.
You gotta send me some of these stills, James.
Considering I like Claire 27, sensitive myself, it's slightly funny now that you're feeling me.
What's going on over there?
Roger is bathing me.
Am I?
Roger, sorry, Sinclair.
Oh, okay.
She's already mixing this up. The wig thing's gonna be fine.
Oh God, what am I doing?
Yeah, exactly.
But like doing it the other way around work?
Probably, that might help.
Okay.
That would probably help.
Do you want to take that?
Somebody on Instagram has tagged a picture of Beddgelert as Swansea. I'm offended. So I think I'm gonna report that. Because come on, there's inaccurate hashtags and then there's that. You can't flip and shape the system like that. I'm gonna report it. Just looking at this, right, it's got beach, drone, sunset, Pembrokeshire, Anglesey, South Wales. That is really fucking offensive, that is. South Wales indeed. Glad I fucking reported this photo now. Using spammy hashtags like that. Jesus. I wonder if we can find any more. What about this one of Llandwin Island? Oh look, a Cyril. Oh, 2 Cyrils. Oh. All I wanted was a cup of tea, right? Turn this little bastard on. The kettle. It's not working, is it? So, I had to go out in the middle of the flipping night to the supermarket, the only supermarket that's open, and buy this. I mean, it's a really nice kettle. I mean, James's credit card, so come on, I might as well buy a nice kettle. But what I didn't realise is the switch. It's a glowing blue penis. I've bought a kettle with a glowing blue penis. Do you think James is going to be happy when he gets back? Whenever he gets back? I don't think so. Mind you, it's his own fault for flipping disappearing, isn't it? Remember last year when James was saying that the government were doing all this shit because they wanted people to die, right? Well, guess what's just come out? Apparently, you know who said, why not let people die instead of going into a lockdown? You honestly can't make this stuff up, can you? It's unbelievable. The sooner we get around to stealing the death warrant, the better. Because as soon as we steal that, he's fucking toast. Welcome to fucking stupid town. Population. That shit. What looks like a fucking chair and a carpet. Oh, focus. Focus. Thank you. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I was woken up last night by the sound of that hitting the floor. I mean, what the fuck? And there's what looks like a toaster or something out there in the next yard. I mean, what the fuck are these maniacs? Seriously, what the fuck? Look, over there. In between the... bit more up there. That's a fucking microwave. That they've... Did they throw a fucking microwave out of the fucking... I mean, there's a crater there. So I think it bounced. Jesus. I think they were having a right. Flipping throw the kitchen out the window last night. Jesus. Hi Con, what's up? Oh well, thank God. Where's Jim? I need to speak to Jim urgently. James isn't here. He left a note about a month ago saying he was going to get his head sorted and stuff like that. I don't know, he's just gone. Are you fucking kidding me? No, no! 450's gone as well. I've tried the other universes. There's none of them. They've all gone. All the Jameses, they've gone. Alright, stop. What the fuck are you talking about? We were gonna search for this artifact in Universe 75. Boris Johnson, he's not a sock puppet, he's an alien. We were gonna search for this artifact and now they're all gone. All of them.